Now, where do you get your financial information from? You might want to be careful if it is online. Here's somebody who calls herself Medicare Mama on Instagram.
If you start drawing your Social Security at 62 because you can't wait any longer, right? But your husband wants to wait 2, 3, 4, 5, however many years longer he wants to work. When he does choose to start his Social Security, if half of his is more than all of yours, then you can call Social Security and you can switch from your own retirement account to your spousal benefits. So it might give you a big increase in retirement income.
So here's the thing about that. That is misinformation, not wrong, not right at all. So are you guys open to clients calling you if they see or read something online, but you aren't sure if it's true or not?
I really hope that they do. And, even if you're not a client, you're just a listener. If you get news and you're not sure what to do with it, call us. And, whether you work with us or not, we want to make sure that we help you make a good, educated decision based upon what's really actually facts. I know Chaz is a certified financial planner. That's one of the commitments that we make to our clients as fiduciaries is to give them advice on what's in their best interest. And I think it's so important. I can think of a couple of times, where somebody had watched a video and they had invested in this Iraqi dinar currency. And I remember a guy coming up to a seminar and one time and asking me if we had the ability to help him navigate the foreign markets of the Iraqi dinar because he was going to be a multimillionaire. And of course, we know what happened with that. Just to even more recently, somebody had called me about a TikTok video that they have. And I found it surprising that there's a retiree watching TikTok. Although they are quite amusing, I don't know that I would use that as my primary source to make a financial decision. But, the good thing is that particular client called me. He was interested in the video that he saw and wanted to get my opinion of it. So I appreciate that I was able to coach and mentor him. When I broke down the video and explained to him, it, in my opinion, just was really poor advice. So, some of the things that you want to take a look at when you see some of this information, what I always tell people, and people will forward me videos from like YouTube that talk about, the global collapse of the U.S. dollar and where to, store all of my money when this happens and how to do it now, is go to the very end of the video. And at the very end of the video, see what they're selling first and foremost. If they're selling gold or they're selling some type of investment, it's like, okay, I understand now why they say that. Even those commercials or TVs that say annuities are the worst thing ever. Again, go to the end and say, what are they selling? It may be a firm that doesn't believe in putting any money in something that is safe and protected for a retiree. So you have to really kind of take that into consideration. And have to understand a lot of that as, for entertainment. Here we're guys on the radio. We've been on the radio for a long time. We try to educate people, but, we understand as well, we try to give accurate information, but you want to do your homework and you want to say, how does this apply to my particular situation? And is it relevant? Is it something also that, I should make a decision upon?
First thing I would just add this. If you're looking to get advice from Medicare Mama, that should be a red flag right there, right? I mean, you got to really take a lot of these, these TikToks and some of this Instagram stuff, and I think it's a good thing because what happens is it prompts you to think about it a little bit. You make that call out to us here at the team at America's Retirement Headquarters, or your own advisor, but at least it makes you aware that, hey, maybe I should take a look at this. Maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Maybe there's something else I could do, but I'm not going to do it based on what I hear from Medicare Mama.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think also just the internet in general, and social media has just given the platform for these fake news reporters and these stories to just be proliferated throughout the world, really. And it's primarily, I mean, we enjoy First Amendment free speech in the United States, yes, but I feel like some of these fake news stories can really harm people. And so one dead giveaway is if you're not giving your real name. I mean, if you're able to be anonymous on the internet and call yourself Medicare Mama, that's definitely something you want to be concerned about. Is this person actually giving you advice? Or would they be would this be something that they'd be comfortable posting in the newspaper, and reading with their actual name on it? So I think that's definitely something to consider. Is don't read into everything. Don't take for gospel everything you see on the internet, or definitely on social media. Check the sources. Do your own research. There's nothing wrong with trusting, but trust but verify.
That's right.
Right.
Make sure that you are comfortable with the actual ins and outs of whatever the strategy is, because Medicare Mama was not totally wrong in that case. I mean, what I believe she was referring to was the file and suspend method, which for most individuals was you could do that until April of 2016. But, you know, it is still available for people that were born before January 1954. So for most people, you know, it's not an option, but maybe, you know, she's trying to use something that is a sales tactic to make it seem like it's a universal application when it's really not. It applies to a very, very select few individuals still living. And I think that's how people get over, because they're not totally wrong. It's not totally untrue, but they can manipulate it into making you think that it applies to you. So understand all of the ins and outs of the strategy, and particularly how relevant the circumstances are to your particular situation.
You know, I run into that all the time, you know, with the Medicare, as we talk all the time about these commercials. And, you know, we're right now in kind of a down period, so to speak. You know, we don't really have a lot of the commercials or any of that stuff going on right now. Unless you're actually turning 65, you're kind of quiet. If you're turning 65, you know, I hold a lot of events talking about turning 65, what you need to do. But, you know, during that annual enrollment period, those commercials come out, those 800 numbers are plastered all over the TV. And, you know, they talk about how everything is great and rosy, all at a zero out-of-pocket cost, right? And, you know, a lot of times what happens is people will come into me and they say, yeah, you know, I heard this, but I don't believe everything I hear on TV and or the radio or even, for that matter, online. And like you said, do your homework, check it out, reach out to your financial advisor, reach out to your you know, your broker that you're dealing with for your health insurance, and ask those questions. And, you know, that's what we're here for. We are here to help you understand and cut through all of the confusion and the fake financial news that's out there.
I think it's important too, when you're looking at fake financial news, is to look at the licenses of the professional that's giving you advice. So a lot of people, again, you know, I'm all about free speech as well, but you have to be careful not only as what is their end alternative that they're trying to do, but look at what their licenses are, and you'll be able to get their background. So, you know, within this industry, we have a couple of regulatory bodies. So one in here in Ohio, you have the Ohio Department of Insurance. So you can go up on an agent locator and you can look up agents. You know, you can type in like Nolan Baker and Maumee, Ohio. You can find out what licenses I have with the Department of Insurance. There's a organization called FINRA. You know, with FINRA, what you can look at is you can look at somebody's broker check license. So if you type in FINRA broker check, you can go in and you can type the name of an individual on their website to find out how long they've been in business, what licenses do they have. And the last one is the Securities and Advisors Commission. So if you do SEC advisor lookup, you can go in there, type in individuals like myself, Nolan Baker. You can type the name of our RIA, which is called the Retirement Guys Formula, get the background information. So do that background homework. Do like what Chaz says, do the homework, and that'll help you out.
Again, definitely something when it comes to your medical advice. Look, TikTok is great for a lot of things. Food hacks, dog videos, if you want to learn the latest dance moves, sure. When it comes to your financial advice and your retirement security, maybe not the place I would go. Similarly, and no offense, guys, I don't know if I would come to you guys as far as dance moves go. I've never actually seen you guys on the floor. But when it comes to getting you to, through, and beyond retirement, as Nolan pointed out there's lots of ways you can check and verify. A great way to do it, of course, is to come out to one of their educational events that they teach throughout the region. You can go to arhq.com, click on the events tab, find out more about that. Or if you have questions about something that you've heard and you just want to, to see if it's up to snuff, give a call, 419-794-3030. Once again, that's 419-794-3030.